Your competition are those who are consistent. Listen, something I want to remind you of, okay? If you start something new today that you never tried before, if you start something new today that you've been putting off for forever, okay? Or if you're in the middle of, oh snap, this is kind of getting boring, or this is kind of getting hard. Remember this. Your competition is not the people who start today. Your competition are people who are consistently going through 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now. That's your competition. There are people right now trying to pick up a new skill that give up within a month of trying it. They're really motivated. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done. On that 31st day, next month on the 1st, they're like, I kind of don't want to do it though. You know, it's not really going anywhere. It's not really fast. You know, it's not coming to me fast enough. It's not making me enough money fast enough. Even though the skill, when they looked it up, takes a year to 2 to get. And you still got to practice. And you still got to practice. The people who win the race, the people who win just in general, are the people who are able to stick to the boring, consistent path without being stupid. They're literally the people who can stick to an intelligent decision system or program for so long that they get results. That's literally it. If you can't get a schedule that you can consistently go to, you're going to fail more often than not. Straight up. Straight up. Listen, I've done push-pull legs, full body. I haven't tried upper lower yet. I'm not doing that crap, okay? Full body for me was fun until maybe month 3, if I even made it that far, because it felt like it was forever. Push-pull legs, though, I feel like I can do it with no effort, no problem. I can stick to push-pull legs, but I can't stick to full body. And now that I know that, I'm gonna stick to push-pull legs. And as some of y'all can see, I've actually made a considerable amount of progress over a year or so, over 2 years or so. The people who grow the biggest are the ones who can stick to chicken and rice, broccoli and ground beef, freaking, what else? Steak and potatoes. Those are the people who are consistently able, who have a plan, who do the math, and stick with it consistently enough to see the results. That could be you, but you quit. I quit. Even yesterday, when I'm talking about my studying for a potential interview for an internship, I got a text message that, hey, look, they canceled the interview. I'm discouraged right now. But guess what I do? I'm still in school for cybersecurity. Okay, I still have a path. Okay, I'm still studying to get my A+, my CompTIA A+ exam. Okay, I'm still trying to go to the gym. I'm trying to make this YouTube thing work. Okay, I have 2 jobs. I have stuff in place just in case I don't make it. And what I mean by don't make it, I mean don't follow the plans that I originally had. That's what I mean. So remember this. If you start something today, if you're continuing on in the future to do something that you want to do, and it gets hard, it gets boring, it gets stale, keep going. Keep going. Because you have a plan and you can see it where it lands, and only you can execute it. Amen in the building. Here we go. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do to try to hit this lift was I think I needed to warm up with more weight. So that's what I started out with. I started out with 10. I still want to hit this 135. Okay, I know I can do it. I should probably put the clip in here of me doing it, just so that y'all can see me do it, because I feel like some of y'all don't believe me, even though only 10 of you watch it. watch this freaking channel. Anyway, the whole point of this is I want to be able to master the weight. And unfortunately, at this angle, I can't tell if my form's crappy or not. I feel like it's solid, and like maybe on some reps, it's like a little bit wonky, but like for the most part, I feel like it's solid. So after that, I moved up to, I think, 135, immediately. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to bust out 10. I was really looking forward to it. I was like, yeah, bust out 10. Guess how many I do while I'm like stalling. And I like to do wide grip because I just felt it more in my chest. And, you know, me being exhausted from doing dips or whatnot, to not be able to do dips was really satisfying for me last time. So fatigue matters. But anyway. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So this was my form. It's pretty even all throughout, but with some exceptions, but I couldn't go past 5. I was thinking about doing 6, but I was just like, no, I can't do it. So hold on, I'm gonna pause so that way I can put the weight back on and just talk to you through it. But yeah, 1 second. Okay, so now I'm back at I went down 5 pounds. Now, last week, if you remember correctly, I only did 35s on both sides. With this one, it's an additional 5 on both sides, so it should be slightly harder, which it was, but it was a lot easier than 45s. This is when when I was doing it, I was like, I should have did this in the first place. But you see how easier that is? Well, my face is not making it very clear that it's easy, but I'm completing my first 5. And then I just continue on pushing this weight off for basically the rest of the workout. So what I did, at least for this grade, honestly, it's a C-, just in total for the entire workout. Primarily because I didn't feel like my form was wonky. I didn't complete my first set at the weight I wanted and at the reps that I wanted. So that's already 2 points minus. So if it was an A, because I still did 10 reps, it's still a B now. Okay? And even sometimes my form is really wonky. Like even right here. 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. See, this is why it's important for you to film, because right now, my form was almost pretty solid. Like with the exception of like maybe one side pushing a little bit higher than the other. And like me pushing off the ground a lot more and like arching my back. No diddy. I feel like I'm still able to do it. Like that was like at least 5 seconds. Anything more than that, I'd probably have to not do that weight. But also something that helped here was when I do really like challenging weight for myself, especially for that first major lift, I give myself at least 5-minute rest. Anything more than that is crazy. But a 5-minute rest is enough time for me like to fully recover and then to hit the same weight at the same time. Okay. And like I said before, in my system for the just consistent wins really, for my consistent win system, all I do is quite literally try to hit the heaviest weight I can do possible for a collective PR. A collective PR is simply hitting all my sets with all my reps at the weight that I set it at in an upward track. Just so you know. But look at me. Oh, 1 second. Anyway, so I don't even know how much this is. What? This is 135 minus 20 is 115 plus 10 is 125. Okay, cool. I can still do math. I'm not an idiot yet. But basically I did 125 for a total of, see, this is what I was talking about. My forearm gets a little bit wonky at the end. But yeah, that was really wonky. Oh, no, that's why I went down 1, because I had to take off these weights right here to go down again. So that's why I say it's a C-, if not a D. Either way, it's like it's surviving or failing. And this is one of those things where I'm just like, dang, you know what? We're going to need to go down some. But I have to hit 3 more, and that's basically it for the exercise. Like this incline bench was an absolute, almost abhorrent failure. Mainly because, but next time I do chest day, I'm just going to start off with 125 and see how I feel when I start lifting it, because I feel like I can do 10 for 3 sets. But, you know, we live and we learn, just as long as we live again, you know. Next thing I did was some bicep curls. I like working my bicep curls on my chest day because I do not want my biceps to be too exhausted for work or otherwise. I really don't. Okay, kind of sucks, honestly. But too much strain on my biceps. I felt like it was like just too much. I was tearing. All my muscles were exhausted. I do way too much movement at work to be like get a full rest without using my arms or anything. So doing biceps on pull day and biceps on push day has helped me a ton when it comes to muscle recovery and everything else. Okay, if you definitely want to try that, definitely give it a try. It's so worth it. But for these biceps, when I was doing this weight, I've never used this machine before. So I was just like, I was checking because all the other machines were being used, and I didn't feel like using the easy bar. So I was just like, let me just try this out. But this was really easy, mainly because the amount of weight I had on it. The only problem was like the hand positioning. Just had to get used to that. But dude, this was a breeze. I'm like, wow, this was so easy. I know sometimes it looked like I'm struggling, but it really felt. It's probably just the mechanism of the machine, but it really felt like this was probably like the easiest bicep curls I've ever done. They almost felt like 20 pounds. So I just kept adding weight till I felt physically uncomfortable. I think we ended out on I think 55 pounds on each side. Yeah. 55 pounds on each side, and we curl these out like a champ. Okay. Right here, I was thinking about getting in an arm bar and having to like use my arm strength to at least pull my arm up so I'm not getting so I don't have to tap or my freaking arm breaking. Don't ask me why. That's how I think when I'm doing these sometimes. That's just how I think when I'm doing these sometimes. Okay? Don't be mad at me. Also, did you find out Fetty Wap was out of jail? I didn't know that. I did not know that. I just found it out today. And I was playing Juke in my car. I said, baby, how you do? Get what I'm saying. Anyway, last thing I did was lateral raises. I did 10 to 12 for 3 sets. Since this was a different cable machine than what I was used to, because there was a bunch of people around the other cable machines, I just picked a weight. I think I picked 7 because 13 was a little bit too much. So instead, I hit the 7. Yeah, see, you see it right here. I had to adjust it. But this right here was kind of rewarding. It's just the positioning is kind of iffy, and that's the problem with like not having your exercises. Just as long as it's in the same movement pattern, it should be fine. But basically, that's what I did. I didn't get to do dips today because I was in a rush because it was guys' night tonight. And I was just like, yeah, you know what? Let me finish this up and go to guys' night. So I didn't really get to hit the dips, but my incline chest felt like it did the last time I could have did dips. Oh no, and the dip machine was being used. That's what it was. The assisted dip machine in this gym was being used at the time. It was the only one that was in there. And the dip machine was also being taken by like a stud and her girlfriend. And like, bro, it was just a bad day to do dips. But yep, that's in the video. Here's a funny ending, gang.
Combat sports attract social rejects and losers, and this is an extremely powerful phenomenon, one that can be used for good or for like really bad purposes.
You know what? I was watching this video. She's kind of right. Like even with my own journey when it comes to boxing and martial arts, it's really about confidence. Okay, when I got into martial arts, really, I kind of picked it up when I was young, but honestly, I knew I was short and I was skinny, which meant I was weak. On a balance of probabilities, I was weak. If somebody wanted to take advantage of me, snatch me up, fight me, press me or whatnot, I would get demolished and then injured and then probably go to hospital bill and then the hospital, then the hospital bill, the hospital bill. The hospital bill is probably the worst out of all those things. So one thing I did vow to do when I turned about 18 was like, I want to become physically capable enough to be able to take on anybody in some capacity. Okay. I picked boxing because it was really simple. 6 moves, 6 punches. 6 punches. I didn't have to really think a whole lot. And it was cool. Okay. Something that boxing did do for me that a lot of other experiences that I have, like even in bodybuilding, like the amount of confidence that the type of confidence that learning how to fight gives you a lot more confidence out in the field because I don't really care how big you are. Take this double leg takedown. I don't really care how big you are. If I can hit your chin, you're going down. Kind of stupid. But anyway,